Let me tell you something. Africa didn't fall quietly. That was a lie history got comfortable telling us, because there was a man that made empire tremble. His name was Samory Touré. Now, let me take you back to West Africa. Let me take you back to Guinea, because that was where it all began. That was where he was born. He wasn't born into power. Rather, he was born into a system that was already shifting. And what he built was more than an empire. His influence didn't just stay in Guinea. His influence spread across Mali, into Côte d'Ivoire, and into some regions in Sierra Leone. When his mother was captured by raiders, he chose to stay. He didn't run. He joined the enemy and learned their way. He mastered their technique. And years later, he earned his mother's freedom. Within this period, something had already changed. He had mastered his own ways of doing things. And here is where people underestimated him. He built an empire. He didn't just build structure. He built the Wassoulou Empire. He built an army. And he built this army not just on discipline, but on strategy. He built his army to move together and obey command. And then the French came. But this time around, they didn't come to trade. They came to take control of the region. But here is what they didn't expect. Resistance. Not just scattered resistance, but controlled resistance. And Samory Touré was able to hold them back and fought them for over 15 years. When the French relaxed, he struck. And when they tried to gain ground, he made that ground useless. Samory controlled the war without needing to win every battle. Let me say this again. He controlled the war. But even fire faces storm. The French had more men, more weapons, and more supply. And with time, the circle began to tighten up. And that was when Samory was captured. Not because he didn't know how to fight, but because he was fighting something bigger than the battlefield. He was sent to exile, far away from his land and his people. And in 1900, he died. But don't get this twisted, because this is not where his story ends. Samory Touré did something many would never attempt. He made colonization to slow down. And he forced